When it comes to the origins of rock and roll, few names carry as much weight as Sun Records. Founded in Memphis, Tennessee in 1952 by visionary producer Sam Phillips, Sun Records became the cradle of a musical revolution. With a tiny studio at 706 Union Avenue, Phillips created a space where blues, country, gospel, and rhythm and blues fused into something entirely new. That fusion gave rise to the careers of Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Roy Orbison, artists who not only defined an era, but also changed the course of popular music forever. Sam Phillips believed in the raw energy of ordinary people and had an ear for authenticity. He started recording local blues artists such as Howlin' Wolf, B.B. King, and Ike Turner before the term rock and roll even existed. His guiding philosophy was simple, yet revolutionary. If he could capture the passion and soul of music played in juke joints and churches, the world would respond. In 1951, Phillips recorded Rocket 88 by Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats featuring Ike Turner, which is often called the first rock and roll record. That was just the beginning. The real explosion came in 1954 when a young truck driver named Elvis Presley walked into Sun's studio. Pairing Elvis with guitarist Scotty Moore and bassist Bill Black, Phillips recorded That's All Right, a song that blended blues rhythm with country twang. It was unlike anything anyone had heard before. The single marked the dawn of rock and roll as a cultural force, and Elvis soon became its undisputed king. Sun Records had opened the door to a brand new world. Johnny Cash followed closely behind. With his deep baritone voice and signature boom-chicka-boom rhythm, Cash recorded classics such as Cry, Cry, Cry and Folsom Prison Blues at Sun. His blend of country storytelling and rock and roll energy made him one of the most distinctive artists of his generation. Then came Jerry Lee Lewis, whose wild piano playing and fiery performances made songs like Great Balls of Fire and Whole Lotta Shakin' Going On instant hits. Known as the Killer, Lewis embodied the rebellious spirit that defined rock's early years. Carl Perkins, another Sun discovery, gave the world Blue Suede Shoes, a song that became a cornerstone of rock and roll and influenced generations of musicians. Roy Orbison also began his career with Sun before moving on to even greater fame. Together, these artists became known as the Million Dollar Quartet, a nickname cemented by an impromptu jam session at Sun Studio in 1956 that brought Presley, Cash, Lewis, and Perkins together in one legendary moment. Sun Records wasn't just about talent, it was about innovation. The studio's signature slapback echo sound, achieved through creative use of tape delay, gave Sun's recordings a distinctive energy. This technical experimentation, combined with Phillips' belief in capturing live, unpolished performances, made Sun's catalog feel alive in a way polished mainstream studios couldn't match. The label's influence reached far beyond Memphis, inspiring rockabilly, country, and even later punk movements that valued raw emotion over perfection. Although Sun Records was sold in 1969 and eventually ceased to operate as a major label, its legacy has never faded. The tiny building at 706 Union Avenue remains a pilgrimage site for fans and musicians alike, preserved as the Sun Studio Museum. Visitors can stand where Elvis first sang, where Johnny Cash laid down his earliest hits, and where Sam Phillips changed the world with a microphone and an open mind. Sun Records is more than a label. It is the birthplace of modern popular music. It took the spirit of the South, blues, gospel, country, and rhythm, and turned it into rock and roll, a sound that continues to shape culture across the globe. Without Sun, there may have been no Elvis, no Cash, no Lewis, and perhaps no rock and roll as we know it.